Hey everyone, today I am back doing another video. This video is going to be a lip swatch, first impressions on some lip glosses and lipsticks from Artistry. So here are the makeup products right here. I showed these in my what I got for Christmas video because obviously I got these products from a friend for Christmas. And I mentioned in that video that I really wanted to do some swatches and a first impressions review kind of thing for you guys. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And before we get started, I just want to apologize again for my voice. I know I apologize for this in my other videos, but I currently have a cold right now, but I really wanted to film some videos for you guys, so I apologize about that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with this review. I think I'm gonna first off start off with the lip glosses. The two lip glosses that I have are these two right here. As you can see, they're both kind of like a red color. This one right here is kind of a darker red, and it does have some shimmer in there as well. I would say they're more of like silver shimmers in the lip gloss, and this is in the color Passion. And the other lip gloss is more of a true red, and it does have some shimmer in there as well. These are more of some gold shimmers. I don't think they're gonna be able to pick up on camera, but that's just what the lip glosses look like. And this one is in the shade number 1. I'm thinking maybe I'll swatch the true red one first, just in case they're like super pigmented. I just kind of want to go from like light to dark, if that makes any sense. So let me just open this up here. Oh, and both of these lip glosses, they both have mirrors on the side of them, and then they also both light up, as you can see. Right, so I'm going to take this out. It kind of has like a, what is it? It kind of has like a Vicks Vapor Rub type scent. Like it's, I don't really know how else to describe it but that. It actually feels really good in my nose because I have a cold and I'm super stuffed up, and just like inhaling this, it actually feels like really good in my sinuses. So just in case you were wondering, because I know some people are like really into like scents of lip products and other makeup products. So I'm first just gonna give a swatch on my hand. All right, so there was just one swipe right there. Get a close up so you guys can see a little bit better. I think it is kind of sheen, as you can see, like towards the bottom, but I think by looking up at the top, I think you could like layer it up to make it more pigmented. And by looking at it, you can definitely see the shimmers a lot more. So I think putting it on your lips, it's not going to be just like a gloss. It's going to be kind of like a shimmery gloss, if that makes any sense, because of those gold shimmers in the lip gloss. And I would almost say I feel like in the bottle it looks like a true red color, but I feel like on the swatch it kind of looks like a red, pinky, orange color. So maybe not a true red color, but it's still a very pretty color. All right, now I'm gonna give a swatch on my lips. All right, so there's that lip gloss color right there. I definitely had to dip into the bottle a few times to get just like a good even coverage, but I would definitely say this lip gloss is buildable. It is very like slippery on the lips, kind of like that lip gloss consistency, but when you do that, I feel like it kind of moves the colors around. Like, I feel like the colors don't really stay in place, so like if you're gonna be rubbing your lips together, it's definitely gonna move the color around, and it may give it that kind of like patchy appearance. For being a lip gloss, I think it's decently pigmented, which is nice. So yeah, I would say my only con about this one is the patchiness, especially once you're like talking or moving your lips around and rubbing them together. So maybe you should like bring this lip gloss with you wherever you go, so you can like, you know, touch up when that starts to happen, when it starts to get like very patchy. But other than that, I do think it is a really gorgeous color. Right now we're gonna move on to this lip gloss right here. Yep, it has that same like Vicks Vapor Rub smell. And I'm gonna go ahead and give a swatch on my hand. Oh wow, okay, so that's what that color looks like right there. It's actually like a orange color. It's very interesting. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it on camera, but in the swatch, it looks like a very shimmery. Again, you can see the shimmers in it, but it looks like an orange color. When like in here, I don't know, I feel like it looks more red in the bottle, but like when you swatch it, yeah, you kind of get that like orange color. It's very pretty, but I was just shocked. And just by looking at the swatches, this lip gloss kind of looks like it's gonna be the same as this one. Like you're gonna need to build it up to get more coverage, but I think it may be buildable. So let's go ahead and put it on the lips to see how this applies. right, so that's what that color looks like applied. Again, I did have to go into the bottle a few different times to get like a full even coverage. So, lip gloss feels a little bit thicker than the previous lip gloss we swatched. It's not as like slippery as the first one, if that makes any sense. And I feel like the color doesn't move around as much when you rub your lips together like the previous one did. So that's a plus, I would say. But I also feel like just applying the lip gloss, this lip gloss was harder to get like an even coverage. Like this one I felt was more patchy in the application process than the previous one. But yeah, when you rub your lips together with this one, I feel like it doesn't like distribute the color all around your lips, and it doesn't like displace it, and that, if that makes any sense. Yeah, this is actually a really gorgeous color. It's not too dark. It kind of has like that orange consistency, or the orange color like we saw in the swatch. Yeah, I actually really like this. All right, so now we are going to move on to the 3 lipstick shades that I have. So the first color we have is this one right here. You can see it's more of a like pinky nude color, and this is in the shade Sophisticated number 233. And for the first one, I wouldn't say this has any scent, so that's a plus for some people. So now let's go ahead and give it a swatch on the hand. Okay, so that was one swatch. It's pretty sheer, so that's just what this first swatch, just one swipe, looks like. I'm gonna see if I can build it up to see if it's just like really sheer or if it is buildable. Okay, so that's what that looks like. I would say it's definitely buildable because just one swipe is very sheer. I was actually quite surprised. It does feel very moisturizing, so that's kind of a plus for people like me that have very chapped lips. I feel like the color looks more of like a pinky color. Well, I guess it does look pink in here, but I was expecting it to come off more of like a darker, more tan pink, but I feel like the swatch more looks like a dull, true pink color. So let's go ahead and give a swatch on the lips. So this is what this color looks like on the lips. I actually really like this color. It seems very like shimmery, very metallic, which I didn't really get from just looking at the lipstick. It's actually weird. I feel like when you're looking at the lipstick before it's even swatched, and then when you look at it when it's like used or swatched, it kind of like changes to like a shimmery looking lipstick, which is quite interesting, but it's still a very pretty color. And like I said, with the swatch in the hand, very moisturizing. It feels very comfortable on the lips. It's very easy to apply, very smooth, and the color is gorgeous. I wouldn't say it was patchy at all. I definitely went over my lips a few times to build up the coverage because, like I said, on its own or just one swipe, it's very sheer. But the lipstick is buildable, so that's always good. Yeah, it definitely has that like dull pink color. More on the natural side, I would say. But yeah, so really, I really like this lip color. I wouldn't really say any negatives about it except how sheer it is, but I feel like you can't really say that's a negative because this lipstick is very buildable and it's very easy to work with. So you could kind of build up the color and it's not as sheer when you do that. So I really have no complaints about this lip color. So now we're gonna go ahead and get into the darker colors. So the first darker color we have is this one right here. It's just kind of like a, I don't know, I would say it's more of like a brown shade, if you can see that. And this is in the color Madeira, number 308. Okay, this one has a more lipstick type scent. Unlike the first one the first lipstick that we swatched, that one had no scent, but this one does have a more like true lipstick scent. So that's what it smells like. Now let's go ahead and give it a swatch on the hand. Again, this was one swipe and it is very sheer, kind of like the first one, so I'm gonna go ahead and build it up a little bit. I feel like this one doesn't build up as much as the first one did, and it almost feels like, I don't know, it almost feels like this one's almost lighter. Not really lighter in color, but I don't really know how else to describe it because this one is so sheer. Like the first one, the first lipstick we used, that was very sheer, but it was easy to build up and kind of build like a color. But this one kind of stays sheer. Like, yeah, you can make it a little bit darker, but it does still have like a sheer look to it. So it almost looks like a lip gloss, and it also feels like a lip gloss because like the first lipstick, it is very moisturizing, so that's a plus. But yeah, just by the swatch, I'm not a fan of like sheer lipsticks. Like if I wanted a sheer lipstick, I would just go with the lip gloss because that's kind of what this looks like. But yeah, let's just go ahead and give it a swatch on the lips. Alright, so that's what that color looks like on the lips. Definitely don't use this lipstick when you have chapped lips because it's really clinging on to like my dry, patchy spots. Yeah, I definitely like the color payoff a lot better on the lips than on the swatch. I definitely did a few coats to kind of build it up a little bit, and I don't know if it's like my natural lip color kind of helping out the color a little bit, but it seems more pigmented and not as sheer when you put it on your lips. And again, kind of like with the first lipstick, when you first look at the lipstick, it doesn't look shimmery or metallic in any way, but once you start swatching it and using it, it kind of gives like a, you know, shiny, shimmery look to it. Again, that's not a big deal to me. I think it is really pretty. It's still very moisturizing. It kind of feels like a lip gloss. Even though it kind of clings on to, I think that's just the color though, but it kind of clings on to like my dry spots on my lips, but it is very moisturizing on the lips, so that's a plus for someone like me with really dry lips. I think because of how sheer the lipstick is, I feel like it may be patchy in some spots, but you know, just carry this lipstick with you and just kind of touch up throughout the day, and then I think it'll be fine. So I guess that really is my only complaint, just how sheer this lipstick is, and the fact that it kind of clings on to the dry spots on your lips, because I have like chronic dry lips. Like it doesn't matter what I do to them, like they're always dry and there's always like flaky parts on my lips. That's just me. I really do like the color and I like how moisturizing it feels. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the second Artistry lipstick. Right, and the last lipstick we have for this video, sorry the sun just came out so that's why the light's changing a little bit, but the last lipstick we have to swatch is this one right here, which is kind of a darker red color, I would say, and this is in the color Butte number 509. I would say this one's kind of in between with the first and second one. Like, I feel like you can kind of smell a little bit of like a lipstick type smell, but it's not as strong as like the second one. All right, and let's go ahead and give this a swatch. All right, so that is with one swipe. That's what this lipstick looks like. Definitely the most pigmented, I would say, compared to all the lipsticks. This is just from one swatch and it's not as sheer as the other two were. So I'm just gonna go ahead and still build this up because it is a little bit sheer. All right, so that's just with a few swipes, and it's definitely buildable. Yeah, it is a lot more pigmented compared to the other lipsticks. I wouldn't say it's as sheer. I feel like this one's a more like true lipstick compared to the other ones. Like when I see like sheer lipsticks, they just remind me of lip glosses. So I feel like this one is definitely like more of a true lipstick. Again, it kind of has that shiny, shimmery feel to it, very moisturizing. So they all have the same basic look, I would say. All right, now it's time to swatch on the lips. Right, so that's what that lipstick looks right there. Again, want to be careful with this lipstick like the second one when you have dry lips because it kind of clings onto those dry patches, but I would have to say out of all three of the lipsticks, this one is probably my favorite. Just with just one application and not going over it, it was very pigmented. There was no patchy spots, there was no, no sheerness, but I did put a couple coats on because that's just how I am. I always do that with every lipstick I have. Again, it does feel very moisturizing, so that's a plus. I feel like other than kind of clinging onto the dry spots, but that may just be just like the color of it maybe, and maybe the consistency, but I feel like I really don't have any complaints about this one. Like, it's beautiful. It's like definitely the kind of lipstick that I would buy, the one that I would use the most often. Oh, and this one is a little bit shiny, kind of like the other ones, but it's not as like noticeable, I guess you could say. I would definitely say this one is just more like a true lipstick. It's not as sheer. It doesn't really feel like a lip gloss, even though it is very moisturizing. I feel like I really don't have any complaints about this lipstick. Like, it's really gorgeous, and it probably has to be my favorite out of the 3 lipsticks. Alright everybody, so that is my first impressions review on some lipsticks and lip glosses from Artistry. Definitely, if I had to recommend one from each category, I guess I would say, gosh, the lip glosses, I don't know which one I would recommend. I feel like I would recommend both because, I mean, I feel like they have the same number of cons, same number of pros. They're both gorgeous colors, but I think maybe I would have to recommend this one. This is in the color Passion, and I would recommend this one just because when it is on your lips and you're talking and kind of moving around, this lip gloss doesn't move around as much as this one did. So I think just based on that, I would have to recommend this one. And then for lipsticks, the one I would recommend out of all of them is the last one that I tried on, which is in the color Butte. That gorgeous red color. I just loved this one. I really had no complaints with it. So yeah, those are basically my final thoughts on these lip glosses and lipsticks. If you really enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you would give it a thumbs up. And yeah, I'm really hoping you all are having a great day today, and I'm gonna go ahead and get going for now, but I will see you all very soon in my next videos to come. Bye everyone.